Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are live, and we are talking about the LW500 Latchbar exercise system. The LW500 Latchbar exercise system is a resistance band and strap attachment system. There are only 8 components, but it's going to seem like it's a lot more than 8 components. We have what is called a sit-on, lay-on latch bar. We have what is called a deluxe flat latch bar. We have a basic flat latch bar. We have a single flat latch bar. We have a deluxe round latch bar, a basic round latch bar, a hand grip latch bar, and a 44-inch latch bar, which is attached over here. Those are the 8 components. Now, I'm going to move the components out of the way so that we can conduct a demonstration. We also supply you with a set of straps. The straps come with hardware and also a hand grip. So we're going to get started demonstrating what our system does. As I said, it is a resistance band and strap attachment system. It can be used in a portable state, or it can be used in a stationary state. What I mean by that is you can take it anywhere you want to, put it into a backpack, duffel bag, equipment bag, take it wherever you want to, or you can mount it on the wall in your home and create your own room gym. How about that? So we have made your exercise easier, but you can make it as difficult as you like. Because what we've done here is we've created a base in order for you to connect your resistance bands to and then do a workout. You can do a full body workout with the latch bar attachment system. Or you can work on individual components. It's up to you, whatever you like to do. The very first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to conduct what I call an easy sit-up. I call it an easy sit-up because with those set of straps that we have available, we attach them to the basic latch bar and we adjust them to our own height. So in order to adjust them to your height, you need to make sure that you need to take the latch bar and set it up as if you are getting ready to do an exercise. Lay down on the floor and make sure that your arms are extended, and you should be able to grip the hand grips without any excess strap. Then you are properly adjusted. Then you can place the latch bar on your feet and you can conduct a sit-up. The sit-up becomes much easier because you're using your abs and you're using your biceps at the same time in order to pull yourself up into a sit-up position. So it's not as much strain on one muscle as it would normally be. So you will be actually effectively working on multiple muscles at the same time. Now, you can also do a crunch with the same application. Now, this crunch will become a bit more difficult to conduct. But once again, you put your knees in the up position, you lay down, and you adjust your straps accordingly. And there you go. Now, there are a number of different exercises that you can do while you're still on the floor. And I'm looking for one of my setups, which I see, where we're going to use the basic latch bar and we're going to stretch. Now we could do this while we're standing up, but you can do it a lot better when you're in the lying position or a sitting position. So you'll set the latch bar on your feet just as you did, but now the latch bar only has hand grips. So now you will pull yourself into a stretch position. And you'll feel that all the way up the back of your legs as you would normally feel a stretch, and your back and everything else. Then you can make sure your latch bar is in the right position on your feet and just do an isometric, just pull and push to make sure you're pulling your arms and your back and everything else to try and get those kinks out. And if you want to go a little bit further, some of us, I don't mean everybody, but you can take your legs and extend them straight and pull them back towards your head in order to get a good stretch up and down the back of your leg. Pull it in position and just hold it there. Bend that back all the way over to get the kinks. Get those kinks out of your back. Trust me, we really need to do these things as far as we can. Don't injure yourself doing it. I'm going to grab another apparatus up here while we're still on the floor mat. It's another basic latch bar. This basic latch bar has resistance bands attached. It has an extreme resistance band and it also has a flat resistance band, which is a medium resistance band. We're going to go back to our sitting position. We're going to put the latch bar in place. And we're going to work in addition, you can also do a pull while you're sitting down. Just imagine you're in your home and you're sitting on your carpet. You got nothing else to do. Usually you don't sit on the carpet. You may be sitting on a chair. But have a seat on the carpet and grab your basic latch bar with a set of nice resistance bands attached. You can just sit and work your arms while you sit and watch your TV programs or anything. And if you want to take it a step further, bring yourself out your mat so that you can start doing some pulls, real pulls while you're lying or going back, working your core. All right? These are different exercises that you can do while just sitting on the mat. There's a ton more, but I wanted to make sure that you saw these few because they can get you started, get you warmed up. So now, just want to pull this mat over just a little bit. I see no real reason to put any large mat there. I just want to utilize our wall mount over here where it has 3 deluxe flat latch bars. Grab yourself a set of straps that's attached to the bottom latch bar, and we're going to do a pull-up crunch. We don't want to overdo it. I have a lot of different demonstrations I'd like to share with you. So now we're going to move the mat, both the mats out of the way. And we're going to, first tie my shoe back up, my apologies. Tie it into a second knot to make sure it doesn't come loose again. I'm going to move these items out of the way. All we have to do is just hang them right up, and they're out of the way. We have this sitting here. This is a set of elevators right here. These elevators, we put them on the floor. Use a deluxe round latch bar. Place it right on the top. And you can conduct push-ups. And if you're really into push-ups, you can add resistance even to your push-ups. So we can do it, we've made it really easy with the Latchbar system. So we'll take the flat resistance band, and we will attach it to the round bar here, and we're going to take the resistance band and we're just going to drop it over our head and over our shoulders. So now we're going to go back down into that push-up position, and as we do a push-up, as you can see what is going to happen, it will add more resistance. Now this is a very light resistance here, however you can add as much as you want. So now all you have to do is get down, back down into your push-up position, and now the resistance is extended. And there you have it. So now we just added resistance to our push-up just by adding a resistance band and making sure it was in the right position around us to conduct that exercise. So resistance bands can be used with or without a leverage bar. However, you will need to still attach the resistance band as such. These resistance bands here, we can conduct a workout without using a leverage bar or a round bar. So you just put them in your hands. Make sure you have a set of gloves on at all times when you're doing a workout. And you can start pulling. You can pull these bands in any direction. They are attached to this basic latch bar. And that's what I mean. We have an attachment apparatus here. You can do an assortment of exercise. You turn yourself around and you try and do the same thing to keep a good balance. When you use resistance bands, you try and keep tension on the resistance band at all times while you're conducting your workout. Now, this setup is using the resistance bands to do what's called resistive jogging. So you put the band around your waist and your chest. Start jogging. Just an example. I don't want to do this too long. I just want you to see the exercise using the Latchbar attachment system. The LW500 Latchbar exercise system can be found on the website www.lw500products.net. Log on to the site at any time, from anywhere. My store is always open. So there you have it. Resistive jogging. It's very effective. It's different from just jogging in place. And it's different from jogging outside. But very, very, very effective. So keep that in mind. So we've done an assortment of different exercises and we'll continue because there's an assortment or a ton more to go. I don't know how much time you have, but I don't have that much time. But we can actually get in as much as we can within our 60-minute limit. So now we have the round latch bar attached to the flat deluxe latch bar mounted on the wall. And we're going to do a pull down crunch. From doing the pull down crunch, we're going to go into another atmosphere of exercise. We're going to drop down on the floor. Extend our legs a little. Reach over and grab this bar. We have a round latch bar here. And we have one side already connected. We'll take the carabiner and we'll connect the other side. Once it's connected, I'll take a look to make sure the bands are fastened properly. And now, just want to make sure this is in the right position. I hate to mash the wrong things over here. But then you can conduct an exercise. How about this? Now you can take a towel or what have you to place on your midsection to make sure that you're not receiving too much pressure from this bar. But you don't have to go crazy doing this so that you can injure yourself in any area. But you will feel this all up and down the back of your legs and in your area which we call the glute area or your buttocks. You will feel that. So if you want to soften it up a little bit, we'll use this strap up here once I get it down. And this is a extreme flat resistance band. So now you can see the difference in the resistance band up top and this one that we're getting ready to use. We have a large carabiner on both sides. So we'll just put it right in place. And we can slide ourselves down a little bit. Because now we can go forward and go up by holding our arms on the floor mat. And of course, make sure your bench is close enough behind you. And put your strap where you'd like for it to be. And start conducting your exercise. So now that we've got started, we're going to take this, loosen it up, and we're going to move to another spot. These are floor-mounted, sit-on, lay-on type latch bars that we are working with. And this particular exercise, it's the same latch bar that's on that side, but over here we have a little bit more room. That's the only difference. So I want to make sure that we have enough room to conduct the exercise so that you can also see what we are able to do using the latch bar system. So you know, there are often times when you wonder, how could you strengthen your neck? Well, there are a number of ways of doing it, but here's a pretty efficient and good way of doing it, using the flat resistance band. Once you place the resistance band on the opposite side of your head, back towards the back of your head, and you just lift your head to do an isometric for your neck. And if you want to move your head up and down some, you can do so by the use of your arms, not necessarily using your head, because remember, you're keeping your head in position, so you will constantly have tension, resistance on your neck. Yes, trying to strengthen your neck. Your neck is very important to you also. So you would like to strengthen your neck as best you possibly can. So additionally, let me see if I can get in position over here to conduct this next exercise. Okay, here we are. We have it around our back. So now we can exercise our back muscles. And you can exercise your biceps at the same time. Very, very good workout, very strong workout. Now, we still have a little bit more that we can do with these resistance bands in place. And I'm going to step in the middle, and I'm going to get a good grab on the resistance band and stand up. So now I'm able to do a squat, holding on to these resistance bands. So that means my shoulders and arms, in addition to my legs, are getting a workout all at the same time. And if you want to stop and just get that ISO by pulling on the resistance bands, you can do that too. Pull them up as far as you can. So you feel that all across your shoulders, your back, everywhere. And if you wanted to add more resistance, be my guest. You can do that also. So, we're gonna go back over here to our wall board. And we're gonna continue to conduct more demos. So we did the pull down, crunch. Now we're about to conduct our side crunch. Because remember, we have muscles on the sides of our body just like everywhere else. And if we can get to them, we can have good benefits. Now, of course, you can do pull downs. We have the basic latch bar set up here on the side, as we did over there. And this was where we used the resistive jogging. And now we have side bars. We have basic hand grips, latch bar hand grips, and we're going to do pull-in. You notice on the universal systems, you have those huge side bars. Well, you can do the same thing with resistance bands. These are tubular type resistance bands. You can also use flat resistance bands to conduct the same exercise. So you pull it in, and you hold it there. Or if you release it some, don't let it go all the way back. Remember, you want to maintain tension on your resistance band because that's where you receive your benefits. From keeping that tension on the resistance band, maintaining resistance to work your muscles over. Then slowly let it retract. Feels super good. So, you don't only have to sit, you can stand and do just as many exercises. Look, you have 5 latches on each one of these latch bars. So what I'm showing you is just the tip of the iceberg. There are so many variations, so many different exercises that you can do that there's just no end. So what I'm doing is just giving you an idea, a view of what you could be doing and more. Because not always do I feel like doing all these exercises, but I know it's good for me. And that's why I'm motivated to do it. You need to be motivated to do the same thing. Find a reason. You can all do it. Don't count yourselves out. The latch bar exercise system is a super good exercise system. And I don't just say it because I am the owner, the patent owner, the designer of the system, and the brand name owner also. I am a client of the system. I use this system to rehabilitate myself from hip surgery. That's right. I have prosthetic hips. And on my second hip replacement, I had designed this equipment and it was in the patenting stage. But I had prototypes and I used the equipment to rehabilitate myself without going to a rehabilitation center after my second hip replacement. So that's why I say I too am a client of my own product. Now we've used a lot of mounted equipment, but portable equipment works just the same. So we have here a bar that we can do squats with. Certainly if you want to add more resistance, be my guest. You can add as much resistance as you like. And I know a lot of you like doing squats. I like doing them too, but there's so many different ways that we do squats. As I demonstrated the previous method, you can also do a press with this latch bar. You can also do curls using this latch bar setup. Now a lot of you like doing extreme type exercise. And I understand that. Extreme exercises are good. So I'm going to throw in an extreme exercise just to make you laugh. We have here another deluxe flat latch bar. On the deluxe flat latch bar, we have an extreme set of resistance bands. And we're going to take these resistance bands and we're going to put them on over our shoulders. Pretty cool stuff here. And then we're going to put our arms through the resistance bands so that they will be on our shoulders. As such, now we can do squats without holding anything on our shoulders, and we have very comfortable resistance bands that are staying in position on our shoulders. Isn't that great? And it's a phenomenal workout. But your hands are free, so that means you could actually put something else in your hands. So why not pick up the resistance bar just because you felt you didn't have enough resistance. Let's put it in place, and now holding that resistance bar, then stand up. Now you'll find that you have an awful lot more resistance. My legs are burning already. Normally this exercise you see me conduct using the rolling bench. I wanted you to see that most of these exercises you can conduct with portable equipment just as you can with mounted equipment. And you can make the level of difficulty whatever you want it to be. So you can make your system an extreme system, or you don't have to. It's up to you. Using the same resistance bands that you probably already have. But if you don't, we all know where to get resistance bands. I purchased all these resistance bands to demonstrate to you how they could be used with the Latchbar attachment system. So don't think these things aren't available. They are available, and most of you know where to get them without me saying, because that's where we go and buy everything these days. All you have to do is do a search, and they'll come up. All sorts of resistance bands. So you have flat resistance bands here, and you could do an expansion. You don't have to stretch the bands to the maximum in order to get the benefits that you're going to get. But if you want to stretch them completely, do so. But you're going to get a workout even if you just do this. You know, you can do all sorts of different, type of techniques, using this type of setup. It's up to you. You can make it more difficult if you like. There will be consequences if you overdo it, just like anything else. So my advice is to definitely not overdo it, because once you overdo it, that usually means pain. And none of us want any pain. That's just the way it goes. So right now, I'm going to show you two different ways of doing the same exact thing. It'll be the same light, but it'll be two different applications. So now we have a single latch bar. You have to think of things like this because, unfortunately everyone doesn't have all their limbs. So you have to make sure you have something for everyone. So we have a single latch bar, so that all you need is just to put your foot onto it. Now we can do a pull with each arm. And we have two different applications. We have our foot on the resistance band on this side, and it is attached to a hand grip. Over here, it is not attached to a hand grip, but my hand is holding the resistance band, and the single latch bar is the attachment system being used here. So you do have an attachment system on both sides. And just by doing this, you'll be surprised how much benefits that you would get from it. Just that. So now, yeah, we're still showing you. Like I said, we only have 8 components, but it's going to look like we have more than 8. So now we're using the deluxe flat latch bar once again, and we can conduct all kinds of exercise. Standing on the bar, which is what you have to do to all of the flat bars, stand on them unless they are mounted. And then you can conduct your exercise. How about some cross pulls? Cross pulls, you can do them low, you can do them high. You can stretch your arms all the way out if you can. They're not easy to do. This one I could not do it with my left arm if you paid me. My muscles are shot in this arm, but I'm rehabbing my left arm back into shape. Because like I said, this is recovery type equipment also. Not only is it strength and muscle building, it is also recovery. So I am going to make the most of it recovering as best I can. So you can do all kinds of different exercises. As you can see, using this system, there just isn't any stop. There just isn't any stop. So with the setup over here on the floor, we didn't do the bench press that we can also conduct. Yep, that's right. Just take a look. Let me reconnect this system, and we'll put it in a foot position out there on the floor. Pull it over my head, and now we're ready to do press. How about that? And with that, you can also do an awful lot of pulls. Remember, you're mounted to the floor at this point, so you will be able to conduct your pulls. Of course, you can use the larger bar to conduct pulls. In the same mannerism, you just have a larger bar to do it. You can also conduct squats, curls, and the press using the same latch bar, which is mounted on the floor. Before I demonstrated it doing the same exact thing with the portable latch bar. For doing a press with this one, because of the amount of resistance, you would have to get on your knees to conduct the press. The taller you are, the more difficult using resistance bands is, because your expansion is wider. And that's why I say you never have to really expand the resistance bands to the maximum. It's not necessary. We're moving right along. Over here, we have now set this up to work with another preset. You can do pulls, you can roll backwards like you're rowing a boat. Make sure you always have adequate room on your bench so that you don't fall off your bench and injure yourself. Always remember, safety first. You can also attach a lower strap to your ankle. It's a Velcro strap, attach it to your ankle on both sides. You want to keep things even. All right? And now you can do a curl. with your leg. And I say a curl because essentially that is what you're doing to your hamstring. So you're curling your hamstring and you're working it over. Of course, you can increase the resistance as you want. If you feel that's not enough resistance, add more. It's that simple. We, of course, had a little bit more resistance. We could have added more, but I want to keep moving here. Most importantly, I'd like for you to see the exercise, not the addition of more resistance. Carabiners are all quick disconnect and reconnect, so it doesn't take any time to do that. Now we can extend our legs forward. The extreme resistance bar and hold on to it at a height around your belly button. Right there, just hold it there and push with your legs. There you have it. I am about demonstrated out, but I'm feeling good. And every day I feel better. And you could too. Using the LW500 Latchbar exercise system to generate good health. Log on to my website, www.lw500products.net. Check out the assortment. We have starter kits for you. That's right, they come with resistance bands, and we also have wall mount product. We have product that you can buy individually. You do not have to buy or purchase an entire system. You can purchase one component at a time. Make it easy on yourself, it's up to you. But once you get started, you're gonna become addicted just like me. Okay, and I know that. So, if you wanna see more demonstrations, log on to YouTube and put my name in the search field, my product name, LW500 Latchbar Exercise System. And please subscribe, I need some subscribers. This will give me a channel of my own. Thank you very much for all of you that participated in watching today. Have a wonderful day.